we have a potent cold blast that's about to affect the Great Lakes region by this weekend, potentially bringing down 15 to 30 degree below average temperatures for this time of year. Definitely a big preview of fall. Definitely here to give you all that information right now. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me here on this Tuesday evening across the United States here. Obviously, first of all, taking a look at our precipitation trends across the United States. You can see here pretty quiet across the United States, all an exception of this area of moisture down into portions of the Gulf Coast and Atlantic regions for Florida. And the heaviest precipitation mainly remaining offshore and also into portions of Texas. No severe weather being reported there, but going in towards our Wednesday, September 4th here, notice that we continue to see a lot of rainfall and thunderstorms across portions of the Gulf of Mexico, as well as into the Atlantic. We might get some of those showers and thunderstorms on the coastlines if you're thinking about doing some beach activities there. You might want to rethink that. But taking it into our Thursday, September 5th, notice that we begin to start getting a little bit of more activity to enter this region here with more showers and thunderstorms entering from the north. This is more than just any line of showers and thunderstorms. All right, the big story is that this is actually attached to a very potent cold front that is going to be dropping out of Canada here, and it is bringing down very strong northwesterlies, and that is going to allow for some very cool air to be dropped in. So I do have some degree of concern that we will potentially see at least an isolated severe weather threat somewhere in the circle region through the day on Thursday. Definitely not ruling it out as we go through the day on Friday. Same thing, that front is going to be a bit more elongated here per se. And that severe weather threat is likely going to be moving a bit further east as well here in this circle region. This is my most concerning area that I am probably going to be monitoring pretty closely throughout the afternoon on Friday, potentially for a damaging line of thunderstorms ahead of that front. And then I also wanted to mention, as we head in towards Friday into Saturday, that the front may potentially have enough cold air behind it and enough of a temperature gradient to produce perhaps a very big wind gust of 50 miles per hour or higher, but it would probably only be 1 or 2 post-frontal wind gusts. Just wanted to put that out there. But going into our Saturday, the 7th time frame, notice that the front continues to sag across portions of the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley region, the area of low pressure. Like I said, some strong gusty northwesterlies moving in there. Potential for lake effect showers can be ruled out throughout the day on Saturday. That continued chance for some heavier rainfall across portions of the Pennsylvania region. Maybe some rumbles of thunder too, but at that point, I think the front's going to be pretty tidied out. And then same thing on Sunday, perhaps a few showers and thunderstorms across portions of the New England region, as well as the potential for maybe some wraparound moisture if that low situates in the right areas. All right, everybody, now let's take a look at our temperature anomalies here. And as you can see, this afternoon, you can see here a lot of cooler than average temperatures all the way from the northeast into Canada back down into portions of the Pacific Southwest. And we also have an area of warm air that is likely going to be replacing that as we go in towards the daytime hours tomorrow here. Watch as that happens here as we put this into motion here tomorrow afternoon. That warm area moving into areas like the Great Lakes back up into the Dakotas region, while we still continue to have some cooler than average fall-like conditions lingering across the east coast of the United States, perhaps with some some of those gustier winds as well, combining with that lake breeze or that ocean breeze. But as we head in towards Thursday, there's that strong cold front, that historic cold front, producing a lot of below average temperatures coming out of that region. Like I said, it's going to be a very sharp temperature gradient, so a pretty high wind gust as that front moves through is not out of the question. As we go into Saturday afternoon, notice that this front and this cooled air is going to be settled in across the Great Lakes region. And that strong northwesterly flow is going to make temperatures, like I said, pretty cool, especially in the morning. So we're going to need to keep a close eye on that. Maybe the jacket as you head out the door. But as we head in towards early next week, that cold blast will begin to weaken. And then we watch out west potentially for yet another area of heat to move back into the picture. However, it is too early to see where that will go. And all right, everybody, now that we're done taking a look at those temperature anomalies, now we got to take a look at those interesting morning temperatures here. And notice as we go in towards tomorrow morning, look at all of these morning 50s as far south as Missouri as we head in towards the daytime hours tomorrow morning. Notice that continues back up into portions of Wisconsin here. And notice west of that we have some 60s. That's where that warm air is, and it's not going to be far away. Notice as we head in towards Thursday, we don't have much 50s on the map anymore. That's why I'm going to fast forward to that big cold blast here. Saturday morning, look at these morning temperatures, folks. We have 40s as far south as Illinois and Indiana. Folks, all right, we have a big slug of low 40s to mid 40s here. We might be talking about potentially frost, potentially in isolated fashion across portions of these regions. Nothing widespread like a winter wonderland or anything, of course, but still something to keep an eye on here. And I did want to point out, look at these high temperatures on Saturday, folks. Like some of these temperatures not even getting out of the low 60s and high 50s. Some of these temperatures not getting out of the high 40s across areas of the UP and then back up into portions of Canada. That is where I am likely going to be seeing temperatures sticking in the 40s. And like I said, with that gusty wind, you're likely going to have some temperatures feeling like they're in the 30s. So that's definitely going to feel chilly. But look at these temperatures on Sunday morning, folks. Look at these low 40s across portions of Canada. Now look at these widespread mid to upper 40s across this circle region. You can definitely see that a cold air mass has made it through, considering those very, very cold morning temperatures. And same thing going in towards Monday. Notice these 40s and 50s in the mornings across these areas. Definitely very cold for this time of year. But do remember, it is September. We are starting to get into the cooler parts of the year. So we got to get used to it. And then as we head into early next week, a warmer air mass will likely begin to take over. And all indication says we will potentially begin to warm up in a big way. But that is too early to discern right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're not already. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. There's nothing really much to show with the tropics. There is a little bit of a National Hurricane Center outlook here, and I'll pull it up right now. Nothing really too concerning right now, only like a 20 to 40% chance of development over the next 7 days. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it for you guys, but definitely not looking to be anything like too concerning right now. So have a great rest of your night, everybody.